welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited today. I'm doing something totally different. I'm doing a mini series. This is a tutorial based series. The theme of this series is going to be winter inspired looks using summer palettes. So the first eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using, the one I'm going to be using today, is the Alamar Cosmetics Reina Del Caribe eyeshadow palette. It's, as you can see, very summery, very warm tones, blue like the ocean, kind of tropical type of a thing. And I thought it would be fun to try to do some sort of wintry, maybe a little Christmassy look with it. There is like this deeper red and this really pretty sort of sage lighter green shade, so maybe I can do some Christmassy thing. It is still before Christmas while I'm filming this. This series is gonna go well into probably January and February because I have quite a few palettes that I want to do. If you have any like requests on palettes that you know I own that you want me to do in this series for winter looks with summer palettes, let me know. But one of my goals in 2019 is to just use my makeup more, and I want to focus more on the makeup and less on the buying of new things, you know what I mean? So I have no problem with purchasing makeup, but I want to have it balanced with everything else. I have a whole video talking about that. Anyways, today we're going to be using this palette. Let's just start. I don't have anything on my face. Well, I have primer on, but I'm going to start with my eyes. So I think this might end up being a little bit of a smoky look too, so I don't have foundation on. Okay, so I got my eyeshadow brushes. I'm going to prime my eyes with the CoverGirl Lid Lockup. I'm quite liking this primer. Okay, this palette doesn't have a matte base shade, and I prefer to use one, so I'm going to use Canvas from the Lorac Pro 3, just setting that eyeshadow primer just lightly and kind of creating a smoother base. It helps other powders to kind of blend into that. Okay, I'm going to take Guantanamera and I'm just going to go right in. Let's just go there. I really love that she put some darker shades in here, and I know that people always comment when there's like darker shades, like that it's not necessary or whatever, that it's like too much of what we already have, but you gotta remember, like, a darker shade really does make the palette not only more versatile in terms of just looks you can do, but like the times of year that you're gonna use it. So one of the reasons why I wanted to do this series is, there's a lot of reasons. I mean, I really wanted to do something different, for one thing, on my channel, other than just like the same buying things, reviewing things, buying more things. It's getting old, and if you're not familiar with me or my channel, if you are, you already know this obviously, but we just moved this summer. We moved in with my husband's parents. We're saving to buy a house, and then in probably 6 months or less we're going to be moving again into our house. So I'm not interested in collecting a ton of makeup, and I actually just did a video where I counted and went through every single eyeshadow palette that I bought in 2018, and let's just say it was shocking. I was shocked, and that video is up. If you want to see that, I will link it. But I did not expect to have that number that I hit, and it was just another eye-opening experience of me realizing that I really don't use the things that I buy. I'm just not in the, I mean, I use makeup all the time, but I have so much of it that there's like no way I could use what I bought. I mean, let's just say I bought more than one eyeshadow palette a week in 2018, like significantly more, and that's insane. So that's why, one reason why I wanted to do this series was just to kind of encourage myself to use these products. And I thought, like, winter look with summer palettes, it's actually an idea that I had years ago with when Lorac had those really cute summer palettes with like the blues and the peach and coral shades. I remember then thinking I should do a winter look with this, but I never actually did that. So it's something that I've always kind of thought of, but I just felt like doing it this year because like I said, I feel like doing different things on my channel, and I want to encourage myself to use products that I maybe wouldn't normally use, and I want to encourage you guys to too. This is blending so nice, considering so far all I have on my eyes is one shadow. It's blending and working really, really well. I'm not used to this. I'm used to using more than one shadow, but I don't hate it at all. So my goal is to create this look using as few shadows from other palettes as possible. So I'm going to go in with a matte bone colored shadow that's not in this palette. That's probably one of the shadows that I'm going to use in a lot of these tutorials if they're not already in the palette. So that's one that I would recommend you have. I like a bone colored shadow, not because it's my skin tone, but because it's a little bit lighter, and I like to use it for highlighting and just lightening up shadows. I'm going to take one from the Kristen Leanne Urban Decay palette. I don't think this is available anymore, but I'm trying to get use out of mine, and I'm just going to take this shade Lucy here. It's just like I said, a white, not white, it's like a beige light matte shade, but really any shade it's a little bit lighter and matte would work, any neutral shade. And I think that's really important to note, and I hate to be, sometimes I hate to use products that are discontinued or limited edition because people can't get them, but at the same time, like, lots of people are buying these products and we shouldn't be afraid to use them. Like, I get it if you choose not to, that's your choice, but I want to. Like, I bought it because I wanted to use it, and it's definitely not like the only thing on the market, so it's not like I'm using it and you can't create this look without what I'm using. That's not the case at all. So I don't think there's anything wrong with me using products even if they are limited edition. And there I'm just softening up the edges here. Yeah, like I said, you can get a single of this shade from ColourPop, or you probably already have something similar in other palettes. Shit, I'm looking down. Sorry guys, if I'm looking down, I am not used to filming tutorials, especially not in this setup at all. Okay, alright, now I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush and work the same red shade into kind of like my inner corner area. Not really inner corner, but I'm going to work it in this area. Okay, now I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk number 10 or number 105 brush, just a little, kind of like a flat shader brush, like a mini flat shader brush, and I'm going to take the shade La Costa. Right here, I am going to get some on my brush, and then I'm going to spray my brush. And I'm just using the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray. Just any setting spray I think would work. This one is just one that I actually hate the sprayer of this one because it's like all messed up, so Okay, I can already tell this look is going to go in a different direction than I thought it was, but I'm excited for it. So I was right, this went in a totally different direction. I'm living for it. As you can see, I packed on the shade La Costa just basically all over the lid, up over my actual crease to kind of create a faux crease, a cut crease, and I just sprayed the brush and kept dipping it in the powder, spraying the brush, packing it on. I didn't put any concealer down or anything. You totally could to make the line cleaner. I don't really mind it like this, but I'm just going to do the same thing with this eye, and then I'm going to work on a little, I have an idea for like a wing I want to do, so I'm excited. And La Costa, I have to say, I never really realized it, and maybe it's just because it's on top of Guantanamera right now, but La Costa really has a pink tint to it. Not a duochrome, but definitely a pink tint, which is really pretty. Alright, so I'm softening up these edges because I didn't cut the crease right, so I didn't like how it was like that, but I'm soft just a little bit. So there's still contrast there, but it's not as much of a sharp contrast. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and create a wing. I'm going to use the ColourPop, what are these, the cream gel liners in the shade Stomper. Alright, so now we're getting real crazy, looking crazy. It'll all come together, I promise. Alright, so now I have this cream base for the liner set down. I am going to take a small, where's my little pencil brush? Okay, this is kind of, yeah, this is like a pencil brush. This is BH Cosmetics V9, and I'm going to take the shade Cafecito, and pack that right on over the liner. I'm going to slowly blend that into the other shadow to kind of create the shape that I like. Okay, so I'm a little bit obsessed with this look so far. It's not done. I need to finish the rest of my face, and I think when I do that I'm going to clean up the wing a little bit, and then I will be back to do the lower lash line. I'm going to do my base and my brows off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the rest of my face is done, I think. I don't have highlighter on. I forgot that. We'll see. I haven't been wearing highlighter every day. So for the foundation, I'm wearing the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I have the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzer Duo on in St. Lucia. I'm trying, or no, I don't, why do I always say that? It's Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos. I have both the bronzer and blush on today. So now there's a couple things I want to add to this look before I add lashes and stuff. I'm going to take Guantanamera again and just darken up like right. I know I already said this when I reviewed this palette in the summer, but these shadows blend so nicely. They're just, it's unreal. Like, if I have like a little bit too much here or there, I can blend it out. And I mean, I'm not a makeup artist. Like, I'm not a professional at all. I just like to play with makeup. And I know this look is not perfect, but I'm having fun with it, and that to me is what really matters. So anyways, but yeah, these shadows, I'm really impressed with how they're blending. Really, really impressed. Okay, and then I'm going to take Guantanamera again and align my lower lash line. Okay, so I added shadow on the lower lash line. I'm going to throw on some lashes. I think I'm going to use Ardell Demi, are these Demi Wispies? They're the 120 Demi, it says. I'm going to throw these on. I'm going to line my waterline and mascara, and that's it, and I'll be right back. Alright, that's done. Lashes are on, liner is done. I touched up my inner corner just a little bit, and now I'm going to do my lips, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna go with a dark red lip. I mean, that's pretty much what I gotta do, right? Let's see, I have this e.l.f. lip liner in Bitter. I'm going to line my lips with this. Now I'm gonna try this. Now I'm gonna use this Milani. This is in the shade Brandy Berry. I believe this is not matte. I believe this is like a... Alright, there's the completed look. If you have this palette and you create this look or something inspired by this look, or you just create a look in this time of year using this palette, I would love to see it. Please tag me on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook, anywhere. Tag me. I will have all of my social media profiles linked below. But I think this is a beautiful look. I think it's very winter appropriate. It's kind of like maybe more winter holiday party appropriate type of a thing. I mean, it's a little glam for every day, but you do you, because I'm wearing this for the rest of the day. So just to review, I only actually used 3 shades from this palette. I'm guessing in this series that's going to happen a lot with palettes, that I'm going to have to pick and choose the winter appropriate shades. I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think that it's good, especially if those are the shades we're not going to be reaching for in the summer. We're using them in the winter. So I used Guantanamera, this deep red. Turned out to be a little bit more grungy than I thought it was. It's not as bright like cranberry red as some deeper shades like that, but it's still very, very pretty. I used Cafecito, this dark brown, and then the only other shade I used was La Costa, right there, the shimmery beige, and I just think this combination is beautiful. I think you could probably combine Guantanamera with La Costa even more to get more of a pink shade, but like I said, this isn't as vibrant pink as sometimes like Juvia's Place maroon shadows. If you buff them out, they're like bright pink, and then you build them up to be that maroon. This is just pretty much like a maroon standard shadow, which is fine. If you enjoyed this video, if you like this idea for the series, please give this a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel with your notifications turned on, because I do have a lot of exciting things coming up in the next few weeks. I will be doing more videos, more winter looks with summer palettes. If you have, again, any suggestions, let me know. I'm also doing a ton of like decluttering. I'm starting my new project Pan. I'll be announcing Best in Beauty of 2018 videos will be coming up in January, so make sure you're subscribed to see all of that goodness. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you as always, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.